really fell into what I'm doing, because when I had the breakdown and I did the 2 years of reflection, what I discovered is that my most emotionally traumatic times were when I didn't speak up and when I compromised my own values just so that someone else would not like me.
Yeah.
So whether I stayed in that relationship for far too long, or with the business I wanted to leave, but I was too afraid to give that resignation letter, my lack of self-worth prevented me from really moving ahead. But what it ended up causing was huge downfalls.
Yeah, when it comes to having those conversations, whether it's having a conversation with someone that's difficult, whether it's a business partner, whether it's the person we're sharing our life with, whether it's a colleague at work, you know, a lot of people don't have those conversations because they're very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We feel very vulnerable. We know the other person might not react the way we want them to.
Yeah.
We know it could get really ugly. And so often we choose that safety. We go, I'm just going to say nothing. I'm just going to ride this out. I'm going to stay in this relationship because I don't know. I'm scared of what will happen, what I'm looking at, my life, if I'm not in it.
Yes.
So we choose the safety of the status quo versus saying, okay, I have to stick my neck on the line here, speak up, make a change, do something. So when it comes to, you know, for you, when you've spoken up, when you made those changes, you know, what were the fears that you had to confront?
I think the biggest fear was what people thought. That was my debilitating fear. My lack of self-worth came from worrying about what other people think. And so that was the biggest one I had to get over.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask me, how do you get over that? Because it is a very common fear. And I think the biggest way I got over it was understanding why people react the way they do. Because when you understand why you react and why someone else reacts, you recognize that it's actually not about you.
So, great. Well, let's talk about that. Understanding, you know, for you, helping to understand why people react the way they do has allowed you to be more courageous in your conversations and the actions you take.
Yes.
But it's also allowed you to be more effective and successful too. So what's your insight in why people do what they do?
Absolutely. So let's think about our reactions first. So when someone does something or an event happens, a lot of the time we defensively react. We instantly react emotionally, and it's never effective. And unless we spend the time to find out why we do it, we won't be able to control it. So by digging in and understanding what's the real problem here in this situation. So say, for instance, someone said something and you immediately go defensive because it's either attacked your self-worth or your ability at work or something. If you take yourself away and put space between what they've said and your response, and in that space you go and figure out, why is this a real problem for me? What is it really about?
Yeah.
What you recognize is that it's about you.
Yeah.
It's, I feel unappreciated, or I feel I didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah.
Once you recognize that, you can then kind of talk yourself through it, go back to them and go, this is the situation, and it's effective communication, rather than bringing your stuff with their stuff and it just blows up.
Yeah,